Hello Virgo, Virgo rising and Virgo moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting July 10th, 2017. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always go to my website, integrativemysticism.com, and don't forget that the Tarot Home Study course is now available for purchase and download on my website. I've updated a few forms for everyone and sent emails out to everyone who's made a purchase for people who've been having a hard time, with operating system issues, how we have a battle of the brands going on. PC, Mac, what is it? So everything is now good to go, and if you had been dealing with that, some people got a hold of me, check your most recent email from me. I've actually, updated all of that, and everything seems to be working with everyone who's been giving me the feedback, so good news there. And again, integrativemysticism.com, my website. It's that thing right over here. So what is going on with your astrology this week, Virgo? Well, on Monday, we've got a weird angle going on for everyone, some tension. And this is happening with the Sun in Cancer, in your 11th house of friendships and social networking, forming an opposition to Pluto, currently retrograde in your 5th house of love and romance and relationships with your children. And there may be a point where you have to make a serious decision about how to handle a friend and a lover, or a friend and a child, when information about some kind of faux pas, or perhaps even some kind of fight or issue regarding one of your children, or regarding maybe even a lover, is brought to light. Now this looks like, because Pluto is retrograde, this is an old issue, and this person, this friend, is confiding in you, and it may be kind of hard to process, because some people honestly just really don't know how to deliver information with impeccable timing or with good timing. Sometimes they just do it too late. This may also, however, be a cue that something like that is happening again, and you want to pay attention to what's going on. We don't necessarily have to pick sides, but there definitely is a clash going on, and it may be our child, or possibly even our lover, who might be the one at fault for whatever's going on with this friend. Later on in the week, however, things get a hell of a lot easier. We've got Mercury in your 12th house of your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone, forming a gorgeous connection to Jupiter, currently in your earned income sector. And this is going to actually bring a secret that speeds up a big financial project, or a big financial quest or journey that you are on in a major way. This could be secret or hidden information coming out of your past, or possibly somebody that you didn't know was paying attention to what you were doing. This could be a clue, or perhaps a cheat sheet that actually yields a great profit much faster than we actually projected for ourselves. So what's going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Wild Hunt. And the Wild Hunt is basically saying this week, again, things seem to be taking off very quickly, but you don't want things to go into a runaway train territory with everything that you are handling. Because with the Wild Hunt card, whatever initiatives are put forward, whatever started, it seems to hit the ground running. If you're trying to, kind of do things in a more subtle, less overt fashion when it comes to conversations, troubleshooting, problem solving, definitely best to keep it not so public. Sometimes we accidentally post a comment instead of a message on, and then all of a sudden things get out of hand because, we've called somebody out when we really meant to just talk to somebody in person. There could be an issue going on around that. There could be some issues going on with an initiative we put forth at work, and then the boss wants to implement it right away, but we don't have the time for it to do it right away. The Wild Hunt card is ultimately working in your favor, but when it comes to the excitement that comes from it, be careful about people getting overexcited. They will be taking everything you say with no grains of salt and just be running with it, so use this power wisely. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Moon card reversed. Again, secrets are being revealed to you in a way that is very advantageous. This could be secret opportunities that are not ready to actually be hitting the public ear. If you're in a job interview this week, you may actually find out about another opening that's more compatible to you that has not actually been posted. In fact, there may be a lot of things that have not been posted or made common knowledge at the office this week that are being given to you as a bit of a gift to, again, use for, at your own discretion, but also at the same time use for your own advantages. The Moon card reverse can often show up as a situation where a person has chosen us to be the recipient of this secret or this secret opportunity. And we want to honor that by keeping their confidence. And that, again, it looks like with that Mercury-Jupiter sextile, there could be something very, very profitable about it. For your communications with air when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the Eight of Cups, upright. Some very interesting news about a friend or a relative choosing to take their leave of a situation that we've come to know them for. Whether it's quitting a job or walking away from a career that's sort of been a part of their identity, leaving a relationship, or moving town entirely. In fact, the Eight of Cups upright can indicate that this person may be reaching out to you either for support or perhaps even just kind of letting you know that you're one of the few people that they want to keep while they go on this journey. The Eight of Cups can actually be good news, however, because this does look to me like a situation this person should be walking away from. Whether he or she was in the wrong job, in the wrong relationship, or possibly in a situation that was even making it difficult for the two of you to bond. They are inviting you to go with them as they take their leave. I'm not assuming literally, I'm thinking metaphorically speaking, but it is something that you are being included on. And so it may be something that, again, you want to pay attention to who, and how you're going to support this person, because they are making the right decision for themselves. For your challenge this week with fire, we've got Three of Cups, upright. Not much of a challenge here, except you do want to make sure that you are staying socially available this week, Virgo, because it seems like a lot of people are reaching out to help you, which makes a lot of sense. We still got the Sun going through, again, that 11th house of friendships and social networking. We've got Mars there. So people are going to be going out of their way to keep you included, and your challenge this week is to not play it like the weird loner that all we Virgos can be. Because the Three of Cups is indicating sometimes being able to lend our energies to our friends, or ask their energy for their help, ask for their support, lend us their power, is actually a sign of true strength. The Three of Cups upright is also understanding that when we can leave something in somebody else's hands, when they are volunteering their services to us, it is the right thing for us to do, making ourselves more available, but also at the same time perhaps even validating their loyalty and their love and their interest in us. Making sure that, you understand when somebody is making that offer to you, they're being generous. And turning them down could actually seem like a rejection, not sparing them. So know when you're doing what. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we've got the Magician card reversed. This week, I kind of feel like you're going to be meeting somebody, if you're single and looking, somebody who's going through a bit of a phase. It's almost like they're trying on clothes that you can already tell don't fit. And it's important to pay attention to whether or not this first impression is telling more of a truth about them faking it or a truth about who they want to be. Now, I'm not necessarily seeing this, I'm not getting a vibe of this person being evil and nefarious or anything like that. Some people do try on new approaches just because something, what they were used to hasn't been working for them. But the Magician card reverse is basically saying there is going to be that dissonance to contend with. The Magician card reverse can also warn about, again, choosing to dismiss or accept somebody too readily. So those of you who are single and looking, find out who this person really is, because the costume they're wearing right now, it could be as innocent as Aladdin being Prince Ali, but it could also be somebody hiding from their past. So either way, be careful in this situation. It may not exactly be what you're looking for, but it's too soon to tell. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Magician card reverse is indicating this energy is going to be coming through a partner this week. And you may actually want to pay attention to why our partner is deciding to almost dawn on a brand new personality, or perhaps embody a character that you know is not natural to them. The Magician card reverse can indicate a situation where they are trying to solve a problem or treat an issue by experimenting with this kind of, costume change. But it is still just a costume. Now, it's not personal. Obviously, sometimes we get annoyed, but it's not meant to be a personal offense. But maybe get to the bottom of why this person needs to do this so badly, because you may still be able to help them solve their issue without having to do anything ridiculous. So that is your horoscope, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.